And governors can't seem to build consensus on some of the contentious issues in the BBI report. The governors who are converged in Naivasha ahead of a meeting with the president and ODM leader Raila Odinga are mostly uncomfortable with the proposal that governor candidates nominate a person of the opposite gender as their running mate and that the roles of deputy governors be clearly spelt out. NTV senior political reporter Kennedy Mureithi is keeping an eye on the happenings in Naivasha and now brings us more details.
Against a growing push for alterations and additions to the BBI proposals, governors and their deputies converged in Naivasha to build consensus and a stronger muscle to push for their own interests ahead of a sitting with President Uhuru Kenyatta and ODM leader Raila Odinga, who are expected to address them Tuesday morning. But even in this quest for unity, there were clear points of dispute, which occasionally ended in shouting matches between the participants. One of the sore spots for the governors is the proposal that a candidate for the position of governor nominates a person of the opposite gender as their deputy.
If the BBI insists on appointing a deputy after elections, then that appointment should go to a deputy governor who is the other gender.
But it cannot be that you are being forced to choose a woman, because there are circumstances, cultural issues in various places where women are respected. There are places where they are not respected.
So long as the one shall consider, I don't see any problem with it. Because he's saying as far as possible, think deeply before you make your decision.
Who has told you there will not be more than 5 or 10 in the 2022? So sometimes we should not underrate by just jumping into something called gender when we know the capacity of our mothers and our ladies, our female. They are capable. They are learned even more than men.
It should be left open. Otherwise, we'll be limiting our freedom so much.
They are very adamant. I can tell you they're very adamant. But we find a way of going around it.
The governors are also opposed to the proposal to have the roles of deputy governors clearly defined.
I was the first governor in the Republic to appoint my deputy as a CEC quickly. There was no law that they told me not to do it or to do it. If you have a skill and you can do it, why not? Unfortunately, when I gave mine, it disappeared for 6 months. So I had to move now to give to somebody else.
In the meantime, ODM leader Raila Odinga was still on a charm offensive. This time, it was a campaign to bring the leaders from the pastoral community into the fold.
BBI has a lot of gain for us as pastoralist communities. We cannot, as pastoralists, oppose BBI. We must be on board. We are in government. We must sit on the table and discuss and eye on those issues the same way other communities in this country are discussing those issues.
And you say that some of those issues can and will be taken on board. And they have appointed a representative, 3 representatives from here who will actually sit down with the technical team.
The question of women representation almost cut short one of the sessions, as women governors believe that they are getting a raw deal out of the architecture of this report, as they now call on President Uhuru Kenyatta to listen to them a bit more and give them more powers in the end. Kennedy Mureithi, NTV in Naivasha, Nakuru County.